Hey everyone, it's Brandy. You're watching Abstract Crafter. And look at this, another AliExpress unboxing. So, you obviously know by the title, so I can't even like pretend to joke around. I had this whole bit planned out, like, just never mind. I can't even think of it now. As you may know, this is Sylvanas 2.0. And I bought this with my refund from the original Sylvanas. I have the original right here to compare, because the one thing about that was that canvas was in beautiful shape. So, depending if they're the same, and I have the inventory sheet here too, if they're the same, I might use that one depending on the condition of this canvas. So let me see here, my information. So this is the original and this. Well, this one said 50 by 71 and the original said 73 by 50, 50 by 71 and 50 by 73. I don't know if I said that right. But when I just went and checked some information before coming to film this, it said 75 by 50, so we'll see. We'll measure it out and see. And this one got to me super quick. I was really impressed by that. I ordered this on the 27th, the first day of that big AliExpress multi-store sale. Gosh, I'm just not good at, there we go, getting these unboxed, unwrapped lately. They shipped it the very next day on the 28th of August, so I ordered it on August 27th. It shipped August 28th. I received it on September 8th, so it was 1 day to ship, from ordering to shipping to process, and then it took 12 days to get here, so 13 days total. That is the fastest I've gotten a painting from AliExpress so far. And this box is already different, so, because the original one came from Angel's hand, so we'll see if it matters from store to store. It's always interesting to me, because this is the second time now that I've gotten a replacement canvas. The first time the store sent it to me, this time I ordered it. So if you need a refresher on what went wrong with this one, I'll link that up in the eye. You can go watch that video. We won't go over it. This is just a standard toolkit. Nothing too fancy, nothing impressive, so we don't need to go over that. Let's see. Oh my god, there's another toolkit in there. Same one. Same exact one. Huh. Interesting. I'm trying to see. So you can, let's do this. So that's what it looks like in there. And then obviously the toolkits were sitting right on top there. So let's pull these out. Ooh. Nothing else. So let me grab the inventory sheet. Oh, there's that. I haven't kept up on this very well. There's the original one, so I just want to keep that handy. Oh, and I just threw my book up on the floor. Alright, I just want that handy, because I don't know if the new one has an inventory sheet. Let's find out. Oh my gosh, there's 2 bags of diamonds. Well, I'm already feeling better. I can already tell you that I got more diamonds than the last one. We'll go over that in a minute. Put that inventory sheet. Let's move everything out of the way. So, let me start here. And so, I just want to compare the tops. So, and this has got 2 canvases in one. These are my bag canvases that were in the Angel's hand. But, so, it's different already because this is saying 50 by 73, 50 by 75, and the serial numbers are different. And already the numbers are different too. So if you guys can see that, just based on the canvas. So they are indeed different. Hopefully different means better, but let's put this away because this is not going to be necessary at all. I thought if they were the same that we could, you know, compare, but there's no need for that. So this might be hard to get it all in screen, but we'll see. We'll see about that. It wants to roll up on me. I might have to lower my table down another notch. I gotta stop ordering these big ones. I mean, I have a lot of little ones too, but... Alright, moment of truth. Let's see. The other one had a lot of 310 in it. So that's... If this has less 310, I will be a lot more happy. Because that one, it seemed to lose a lot of detail by adding a lot of black. I mean, maybe we should still compare what the canvases look like. We can do that after we do this stuff. So I don't know if you can see that from where you're at, but let's bring this closer. Very, very nice looking. Nothing looks blurry. It all looks really good. I guess I didn't even tell you where I got this. I got this, I mean, it's in the title, but this is a Real Shining. I don't know if it's the product or if it's a Real Shining store, but the store name is Rediy, or maybe they meant Rediy. I don't know. It's literally Rediy Handmade store. And it was advertised as a Real Shining canvas. So, I can see a lot more detail. I was just looking at the other one yesterday because I wanted to see how much better or worse. Because I never really, once I realized I wasn't going to have all the diamonds, I kind of just stopped looking at it. But I can tell you right now, I am making out way better details. Oh my gosh. And when we actually go to do the drill with me on this, I am going to tell you her story because it's a beautiful story. And it's one of my favorite ones from WoW. And you don't have to play WoW to be able to enjoy the lore and the stories contained within WoW. They are a separate universe that also happens to merge into each other. It's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I cannot believe the detail in this. Now the bottom is really going to be where I'm going to see a lot. Because in the other one, that was almost entirely 310, and I was a little bit bummed because it seemed to wash some of the elements out. Now, if you hear some noise in the background, Tyrion is happily chewing on his new toy that he just got. And so far, the canvas looks really good. Yeah, and there's already a huge difference. When I show you guys the comparisons, you're going to... I think that says everything it needs to say right there. Yeah, wow. Wow. Not World of Warcraft kind of wow. I'm going to turn her upside down and try to get the glare out. You can actually make out her leg. You can make out the details. I didn't even know that there was something right there. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's get her covered. We'll go over the inventory. And then I'm going to show you some differences between these two canvases. Alright. I'm off a little bit right now, but that's okay. So why don't we go over diamonds and make sure we have everything before I get too excited. And I'm going to insert pictures after we do our on camera because obviously I don't have the space required to show you basically 100 by what 75 and 75 is 150. I don't have the camera space to show you that much canvas. They could have fit all of the diamonds in one bag. Okay. I'm deciding as we dump these out if I'm going to be doing inventory on camera or not. Yeah, oh my god. See, this bird is not, you can't see it in the other one. You can't see that column in the other one. You'll see, you'll see. Yeah, you can almost see it in this, the difference in just these pictures. How dark this one is compared to this one. The details. The details. It's all in the details, folks. You can tell that they actually went in and lightened this one. And this one was darker. Alright. I don't really... Oh, and the other thing is, on this one, you can tell that they're just super uniform check marks. Like, they just went through the motions. And these ones are not. So they did go through this and check them off ahead of time. But we're going to do it too. Let's see, the last one, I cannot remember. I'll pause in a moment and I'll count the difference in the colors. But I just want to get these out. And then I'll probably pause and then count, do a quick inventory, and then I'll come back and show you everything. I don't really like doing inventory on camera when there's a lot. If there's, you know, I've done it before, yes, but I don't typically like doing it. Okay. Alright, let me pause, go through this entire mess. When we come back, I'll let you know if I have everything. I'll let you know how many colors is in this one, how many colors is in the new one, and then we'll do some comparisons. Perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything is here. Everything is accounted for. And as I'm going through, because I told you there's a lot of 310 in the bottom of the old one, I want to show you something that I was noticing I noticed it almost straight away, but look at 310. There is 8,017 or 41 bags. Look at the old one. They used 24,278 or 135 bags. Is that not the most ridiculous thing? The only thing I didn't do is I didn't count colors. So let me pause really quick because you don't want to hear me count. And I'll count really quick and then I'll tell you what the difference is. So, huge difference. Well, to me, anyway. So, besides this having an insane amount of 310s, there's 31 colors in this one. This one has 41 colors. 10 more colors than the other one because they didn't completely black out the bottom. And I don't remember this bird being in there. I don't remember this column being in there. You'll see. I'm going to show you the comparisons. And you can see on here alone that there is a difference. A huge difference. Because even if you look at the other dark colors, the 823, there's 3,000 in here. There's 5,000, almost 5,500 in this one. And the 939s, there's 6,000. And it doesn't look like 939 was in this one at all. So there's that. And just looking at, let's move these papers, you can see, like, because it's obvious that there's flowers, and it's obvious that behind her is green and blue. And it's obvious in this one too, not so much, it's really hard to see the flowers in this one. Yeah, and then her cape is obviously red. There's red there, 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 there. And I don't believe those colors are in this one. There's no 915 in this old one. There is, let's see, 347, that's not in this old one. 221, not in this one. Not 498, there's 3 in the old one. There's only 1 in here, but you only need 1 when you have all those other. 315, there's 500 315s in that one. And there's double in this one. Because there's a lot of red in there. There's reds and pinks. Now, as far as like the greens go, that go behind her head, you got 3851, that might be in here. It is. You get 1,600. You only get 1,050 in here, but you also have all these other ones. 3848. There's more. There's almost 400 more. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. about the differences. So, Rediy's Handmade store is in, DP Art store is out. Obviously, they don't... What I think happened from DP Art store is that they didn't want to give all these colors out, so they blacked it out. And you'll see this. You'll see this by the canvas when I show you. You can see it by the significant difference in 310s. I mean, 8,000 to 24,000, that's ridiculous. That's over double of the 310s. Even if you were to add the 939s in there, that's still a different contrast of color. So it's not, like I said, I didn't even know this area right here existed. And you can tell from the pictures alone, like I keep saying, you can see that they completely blacked it out. There's like no detail. Look at the detail in her leg armor. Look at the detail in her leg armor there. It's gone. Look at the detail in her shoulder armor. You can't see it as well there. You can barely see her, like, chest plate. You can see it clearly here. Look at her hair and her face. That's not as obvious there. I mean, granted, this is a computer printed picture, but still, this is an image that they use to feed into their program to turn it into a diamond painting. So this picture does matter. Oh, sorry, I just got a little heated there, but it's just insane to me. I am so glad. I feel like, you know, I like to think that a lot of things happen for a reason, and this is the reason why I got so screwed on that last one, because I wasn't a little bit patient, and I didn't wait for just the right time. I rushed it. I had a feeling it was between that one and another one, but I wanted a World of Warcraft one so bad that I just did it. I didn't wait, and I paid the price for it, because that other canvas is horrible. And little things like the attention to detail, like this. Like the number on this one got cut off, so he put a label on there. You can see, so that I would know that that was the 3052. I mean, I still could have told that it was. How many companies do you know who have done that? There's less companies that do it than there are companies that do it. I mean, the diamonds, though, I can't tell you anything about those yet. They're all here. They're all accounted for. That's all I can really score it on now. We're going to measure it, and then I'll tell you what my unboxing score is, and then we're going to compare. So let me pause and do that because it's really loud, and then we'll get everything measured, and we'll get the comparing going. Alright, let's do a little bit of measuring, and then we'll compare the two canvases, and so I can show you. I mean, I could notice the differences right away. You're probably not going to be able to see a lot of this, but I'll do my best. And this one I can actually start at 0. So this is supposed to be a 50 by 75. I doubt you can see that, but it is right at the 50. So that's accurate. Let's see if this is, bless you, Talon. And this is at 74. So the pasting area is what they measured by in inches. That is. And they do ask that you allow 1 to 3 centimeters of forgiveness. 29 and 1/16 by Tyrion's whining because he doesn't want to be in here anymore. And by 19 3/4. So pretty big, guys, pretty big. I'm gonna pause again. I can just keep pausing you. I'm gonna pause so that my husband can let the whiny dog out, and I can grab the other canvas and get everything ready for comparisons. Okay. Okay, so when I measured this one while we were in there too, and it does measure accurately. So theirs is 50 by 73. This one is I think it was 49 by 75. But those measurements are accurate. And you can see right off the bat some of the differences. Now keep in mind, this that looks green is actually the 310. So all of this is 310. Everywhere you see green. I'm going to try not to get them stuck to each other. Look at in her face. That's all. That like star like shape is all 310. In here, it's black as well, but it's not, I think. See, 310 is the plus sign. So it's actually mixed with the 939, and you can see a lot more colors mixed in up here. Now, it's hard because I've said you can't judge everything based on just the canvas, but you can base it on the symbols, and that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And I can see a huge difference. Now, this isn't going to be the best place to see the difference, and you're really not going to see it that well until we get to the bottom. That's when you're going to notice the very obvious difference. Let me try to fix this. And I'm going to insert pictures after, so this isn't going to be the very best demonstration, but I could talk you through it this way, at what I'm seeing. So let me do a better job of fixing this top part of the canvas. So just being different, 2 centimeter difference, they were able to get so much more detail in. I don't think that's what the issue was. I just think that Angel's Hand didn't do a very good job at all of printing this canvas. Some companies are worth going to, and some aren't. So, let's flip these guys upside down. Let me get the bottom canvas. I'm not going to need to show as much on the bottom, but this side is where I want you to really notice. And I know we're upside down, but just bear with me here. You can see all the different symbols. And I might even, you know, take a little clip of going over the canvases side by side afterwards. We'll see. So, let's see. This isn't going to be all that easy, because we don't want canvases sticking. Now, remember what I told you about that symbol, that 310. Look at the difference. Look at all that 310 in comparison. You can see, look at where her cape is. That's that right there, that line of red. Look at it there. Look at all of that red in there. Look at her weapon, for crying out loud. Her weapon. Look at how much black is in this one. All the detail is almost completely washed out. You can see all the different symbols over here. You can see it. Alright, now the big spot that this right here. You can see this column here. Wait till you see what it looks like in this other canvas. It's unreal how bad it is. Like I said, I didn't even know that this bird was in the picture. There it is. I know this is really bad. So like I said, bear with me. That column is all black. It's all completely black. Look at it over here. Look at how many different colors you can see in there. You can see the bird stand out from the background. You really can't hear. Like I said, didn't know that was a bird. Her weapon blends into her cape. Oh, it's just unreal how bad that other canvas is. I am so glad that I was forced to get a new canvas. It just, all the difference in the world. And like I said, we'll come back. I'll move to a spot where I can give you a better comparison side by side. I'll also take pictures and insert those so that you can see that it's going to be better than this area that we're in right now. Plus, I had to turn the AC off so you guys could hear me. And we're all dying. So, I'm going to stop for right now. I will come back when I move to a different area, a different location, where we can actually compare. But I'm telling you right now that my unboxing, as it stands, most unboxings are going to be a 10 out of 10. Unless I'm missing diamonds or there's wrinkles in the double-sided sticky tape or glue, depending on what they use. You know, unless there's stuff like that, pretty much every unboxing and first impression is going to be a 10 out of 10. As long as everything's accounted for. It's really, the post-review is where you're going to get a better score of each company. You know, so as far as first impressions go and the unboxing, that score right now is at a 10 out of 10 based on the criteria I came up with. So, okay. I'm going to go get everything set up and I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay. So, this is much better, side by side, and I'm going to get really close so that I can explain something to you. Now, keeping in mind that everywhere you see what looks like this is 310. And over here, the 310s are... I'm looking at a flashlight on, sorry. Well, I have to have it, otherwise you can't see. 310s are the plus signs. And the C's are... Let me look. 939s. And they stand out pretty well. And so you can see all the mix of symbols that make up this flowered arch. I'm just slowly going through it. And we'll get to the other spots too. Now over here, you can see that it's mostly 310 mixed in with a few colors, like the flowers. Those ain't gonna be very detailed. There's only two majority. Well, there's a couple others, but not many. We're getting to the top, and we're coming down. So when we back up, you can see the details coming out on this one better than this one. You can see a lot of 310. All of that is 310. You can see the detail in her shoulder pads. There's some black in there and some dark blue, navy blue, whatever you want to call it. You can see that. And when you come over here, you can see some, but there's more black in this one than in this one. Now when you even look at her face and her hair, you can see, look at all those symbols that make up her hair. Over here, it's a lot of 310. And some symbols. I honestly didn't think it was going to be that bad. I honestly didn't think that there would be that much difference. But it's obvious, and it's even worse when you get to the bottom half. So I'm going to show you that in a second, but what I wanted to really do is... Stupid light, I have to have it, otherwise it's not going to be very bright. There. So you can see that it's the symbols are clearly different. It's going to be nice and easy to figure out. When you come over here, look at this. The last three use those arrows. I easily get confused on stuff like that. But when you're going up, some of these symbols like 612, 762, 3031, even 3727 to an extent, but then you get 369. I mean, look at how close 154 and 159 are. The only good thing about those two is that they're different colors. But like when you're looking in here, a lot of them look very similar, especially from afar. You get a lot of bold symbols too, but I don't think that their mixture is as good. Granted, I would have still been able to figure it out and do it. I would have just struggled a little bit more. Even like when you're looking at behind her, you can see some, like, these spots here are the falling petals. And then over here, you can, they stand out so much more. Like, I just can't get over. I honestly didn't think that there was that much wrong. You know, I thought that there was a lot of black, but when you're looking from back here, a lot of that's going to get washed out with 310s, and over here, you're getting it mixed nicely. Like, look at her body in comparison. It's just insane. Okay, I'm going to pause again, and we're going to look at the bottom halves. This is where I think the majority of the differences are. And, of course, my light's bouncing right here, but we'll get up close. Look how dark and black she is there. Now, granted, there's black around her, but there's other colors. There's so few colors wrapped in around there, and like the biggest thing for me was her cape, and I was worried about that in the beginning, but I didn't know any better, you know, so I just went with it. But in the column right there is another huge difference. The bird, of course, is black in both, but it stands out to me more in this one. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even know it was there. I say it over and over. And the columns, there's more detail in this one than in that one. That's a difference of 10 colors. And not using black for the majority. So let's get up close. You can see, remembering that those pluses are black and the C's are $9.39. Guess I should just say $3.10. But it's mostly on the sides and the bottom. And then her cape. You can see a lot more of her cape, the colors, even in the background. Now there's still a lot of black down in here, but there's more details being brought out with other colors too. In like her weapon in her hand and her arms, there's a lot more detail in this one. And then of course the bird and this column. And then when you look at this one, look at all those 310s. There's not as many details, and I don't know if they would have stood out more being all black. And then you see over here, this is her weapon. These are her knuckles, so that's all going to blend in together. And then her cape. You're just getting this splattering of red up through there. Same with over here, it kind of all mixes and blends together. And there's that column, almost completely black. Very small details. And then the bird. Then when you see it back, there's just so many details lacking in this one that are obvious there. Now, I've said it in a couple videos back that you really can't judge based on what the canvas looks like. But I think in this instance, it almost proves me wrong. And I almost have to swallow my words. But, for argument's sake, I did know that this one was going to be washed out when I first saw it, based on the symbols. I just thought that's how the picture was. And now seeing, so I guess in some instances you can tell what a picture's going to look like, kind of, by the canvas. I won't take back all of it, because that's still only showing you the colors that they laid down. It's not with the gems on top, and that's going to make the biggest difference. But I can see so much more standing out here than over here. This one would have been super washed out and dark on the bottom. Whereas this one, it highlights more of her cape, and you can see that. Like, there's just, where that orange is right there, that's the only part of the cape that would have been showing. It would have all been black. And then on this side, just this bottom corner and up in there. But then on this side, you get, I might have to move over a little bit. You get a lot more of it. And I think just the arm and the weapon is what's really getting me the most, coupled with her midsection. And then when you compare over here, it's just insane to me. So I didn't really plan on doing a store head-to-head. But when I saw how huge the differences were, it was unreal, and I couldn't help myself. I think a lot of you may have done the same, maybe just not filmed it. So, that's where we're at. I'm not going to include pictures like I originally thought I was going to, because I don't think I need to now that I was able to actually show you guys side-by-sides of these. So, so far, 10 out of 10. This one was only rated at a 5 because I didn't even have beads. Looking at it now, it wouldn't have even gotten a 5. I allow, let me look, 4 points on my 1 to 10 for canvas. It would have only really gotten the 1 point for 2 points maybe. Clarity of symbols and condition of canvas, so. And it only had 4 of the 31 colors, so I couldn't have really graded it on that. It would have, so really this one sat at a 2 out of 10. Wait, no. It would have gotten 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would have gotten about a 4. 4 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Rediy Handmade store, which sells real shining. I don't know if they sell anything else. I haven't really looked. DP Art Store, which appears to sell Angel's Hand. Possibly others, but no. 2 thumbs down. 4 out of 10. 2 thumbs up. 10 out of 10. So, yeah. I will put this picture down below because I know that a few of my YouTube buddies loved this picture and wanted to buy it, and I would be honored if you did. I don't see that as being unoriginal or copying or anything like that. So just do it. You love her, do it. And so with that, I will let you guys go. Finally. Have an awesome day, friends. Have fun diamond painting. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.